morning. Good morning. What's going on with your Insta fam? Hey man, what's going on this morning? Had a good message this morning that God put on my heart. And he's just been unfolding it like for the last 30 minutes. He just gave me a title and it was Open Your Message. And I sat and I listened to the Spirit just really talk to me on that level and try to figure out what he was saying, because I kept trying to rearrange it and be like, nah, read your message. That's what you mean? Nah, he said, open your message. And he finally opened it up to me and let me see what he was saying. And when God was saying, open your message, a lot of times we see a message and we see the messenger and we'll get the message from people, but we don't really open it up. And opening it up is, man, open it up in your mind, open it up in your spirit, and allow it to just really soak in. Because what God is doing is he's prepping us. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it or just don't really care, or too lazy-minded. But not understanding that God is prepping us for the blessings that we keep asking for. We keep wanting certain things from God, and we keep asking for certain levels to get on, but we don't grasp what he's really trying to do for us and what he's trying to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a conversation with someone, and it made sense once I said it and how it came out. And it's just speaking on the levels we try to go to, but you got to think, you can't be put on a higher level and be in charge of a lot of different people. And when I say be in charge of a lot of different people, the higher you go up in life, period, you end up getting, you end up being influential for a lot of people. And a lot of people going to look up to you, and they're going to try to figure out what was the recipe to get you where you are. And what God is doing is he's humbling us out enough to where we're not saying, oh, well, I got me here and I done this for me. And and that's human nature. Human nature is I went through this and I grind and I hustled and I put in the work. But you fail to realize that it wouldn't be an I without him. So what God is doing is he's making you remember who he is first. You know what I'm saying? And going through what we're going through, he also wants us to remember the trials. Because if you remember the trials, that means you remember the dues you paid. You remember the things you went through. You remember all those, those ups and those downs. And you learn how to have some type of balance in your life. We all lack balance in some kind of way. We don't have full balance of our own lives because we get caught up in one thing. You know what I'm saying? And we don't do it on purpose a lot of times. Sometimes we do, but for the majority of the time, those out here that's out here grinding and trying to get it and get ahead, we get stuck on that one thing. And that one thing is the finish line. We try to get to the finish line and we run so fast, but we forget all the things we pass in getting to the finish line. And we lose out. We miss out on a lot of things. And I did a message a long time ago about being on the passenger side. A lot of times we're in the driver's seat so long, man, that we miss a lot of scenery that is very vital to our future. And we fail to look to the side because we always got these blinders on. We looking straight ahead and we constantly seeing, man, I'm trying to get to what's up here. I'm trying to get to the next thing. I'm trying to get to the next thing. And we keep getting to the next thing and we forget about the last thing. So what God is doing, and he has a habit of putting us over in the passenger seat and saying, now look, see all this you missing out on, see all these things that I've been showing you, and you just it's been a blur. You know what I'm saying? You haven't saw it. You just been seeing what was ahead of you. And that's cool to look at what's ahead, but you also got to look around you. Because sometimes the scenery that you missing out on is the key. It's like key little puzzle pieces. You know what I'm saying? Those are the key pieces you need to add to the center of your puzzle. So when he said, you know, read your message, you know, open your message, you know, don't leave a message that God sent you through all these different objects and people, because he's sending in so many different ways, but he's sending them, and a lot of people, we keep looking at the things, you know, that it came through, and we like, I read it later. Oh, I'll read it later. I'll open it up later. And you know how many times you get mail and you just see the mail and you'll see the way it's written on the mail. You know, you'll see certain things on it and it'll be like, that ain't important. Then you don't read it. And somebody might call you and say, hey, did you get that letter that I sent you? It was such and such in there. It could be a couple $1,000 sitting up in a message in a letter, but you saw that letter and you just looked at the outside of that letter. You never said, oh man, let me just go ahead and open it up. Nah, you was like, that ain't important. And you moved on and you started doing whatever you do. And you got back on your grind, but not understanding that God had sent you a blessing through somebody that you wasn't even expecting, or through a source that you wasn't even expecting, and you miss out. And it's just like a check. If somebody sent you a check and you had it for over a certain amount of time, it's void. It's no longer. You know what I'm saying? And the funny part about it, God has set it up like that to where even though that's voided, you know, well, because it's voided, that person is no longer existing around you. They probably have moved on. So you can't go back to them to get them to rewrite that check. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with God. He's saying, look, open the message that I'm giving you. Open up this check that I'm giving you. Because if you keep on ignoring me, I'm going to be gone. And then you're going to try to call back and say, hey, remember that check you wrote me? He like, oh man, I'm done. I'm over here to the next person. Somebody who's going to receive this message that I'm trying to give them. Somebody who's going to receive this letter and open it, because I'm trying to teach them something, but I'm telling them something. And I might be trying to say, hey, I'm inviting you over to this spot here. So there's rules to what God is saying. There's instructions. And we keep losing because we don't open that letter. We don't open that message that he keeps sending through different people. And they telling us certain things and we don't do it. And some of it to be so simple, man. Some of the message that God send, the majority of it is, hey, read this. Hey, look out for this. Hey, check this out. Hey, it's little simple things that you have to do that don't take nothing but your time. It don't take no energy. It just takes your time. A lot of times we don't want that. Life has already taken so much of our time, and we want we want to fit him in. Can't fit God into your time, because if you keep on moving him out of your time, you won't have no more. You will run out real quick. So the message got deeper to me because everything I'm saying, I didn't understand it. It's like God keep telling me certain things, and he keep putting me in certain positions to where I can see exactly what he's saying. But the main thing is I'm learning that I've been opening up these messages. That's why I got where I'm at now, because I'm grateful that I'm not stubborn anymore. I used to be like that. I used to be quick to, man, you send a message to me and I'm doing something, I ain't finna stop and read that. You know what I'm saying? Or if I get something in the mail, I don't know that's unfamiliar to me, so I ain't finna read that. I ain't finna like, it was always let me do me first. Until God slowed me down. He slowed down my business and slowed everything down and said, I need you to stop for a minute and read these messages that I've been sending you for the longest. And a lot of messages I got, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I avoided a lot of relationships that was detrimental to my future. That was real bad for my future. And I was so cloudy minded by still doing me. And God said, I need you to slow down for a minute, because you keep looking at this fog ahead of you and you keep throwing on these high beams. Nah, I don't need you to keep throwing the high beams on so you can make it through it real quick. I need you to slow down and observe, look around. There's some things I'm trying to show you about these situations that you're not going to see by moving fast. It's all in the message, though. Everything is in his message. Everything is where he wants you to be at all specific times. He's trying to place you somewhere, and you keep fighting with it because it's not in your it's not in the script that you wrote. Sometimes God will rewrite your script and make you a superstar. But you can't keep on trying to be the writer and the actor. God is the writer of every great movie. Look at all the people who's actually listened and they stood up. Man, they came up. And it ain't all about just, fortune and all that, man. But we all want some type of achievement in life. And that's what God is trying to do. He's trying to give us the achievement that we so look for and we so want. But he keeps saying, man, look, I've been writing out this movie for the longest. And all you got to do is read your script. You steady trying to read other people's part. Don't read these other people's part because that's for them. That's what's going to make them famous. But if you look at most movies, every actor is known for certain things and certain roles because that's the role that was written for them. And they can play that role. God said, I already wrote a role for you. I've been wrote it out. I've been put everything in place for you. All you got to do is just read it. If you read it, I guarantee you would not be disappointed at what comes out of what you read. And that's his message. That's his word. That's everything that God brings to the table. Keep your mind focused on that, man, for real. It's just been on my heart a lot because I normally would say I wasn't going to do like a daily message. I was like, I do it weekly. But when God called me to do this, I said, it's still something that he's still trying to get out of me. And he's been writing my movie since then, since the last, maybe a couple months. But these last weeks or so, he been like, hey, I got some more stuff. I want you to get this out because I got a new message. I got a new word. But I need you to open it up, unwrap it. Because there's some things that's locked in there, that I need to get out and get into you so that you can get into other people. But at the end of the day, the message is really just saying, watch out for the people that God is sending your way. When I say watch out for them, meaning look out. Look for them. Not watch out for them in a bad way, in a good way. Keep your eyes open because God is steady sending people in your direction. If you look on this social media, man, you'll be amazed on seeing how many people are really speaking to you. But you scroll past. You know what I'm saying? You scroll past because it doesn't make sense to you because that ain't where you at right now in your mind, but you struggling. If you struggling, God should be in your mind and should be in your path, you know what I'm saying? And that should be the first thing you stop for because guaranteed, man is not going to give you nothing. People are not going to give you nothing. That's just the reality. And the reason is it ain't just because everybody is selfish. It's the fact that, man, you're not the only one going through it. So you can't expect a person that's probably going through worse than or exactly what you're going through to fix your problem. It's not about that. That's selfish. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to be the one to go and open up that word, open up that message and get it and be like, oh, man, I just seen such and such was dealing with the same thing and they got you through it. Now you get them through it. That's what God is doing. He's teaching us all how to maintain this life that we have. You know what I'm saying? He's building the future, but you have to be the future for somebody else. Just keep your mind open to that. You know what I'm saying? Because every word that come out your mouth, trust me, it's getting ate. Every one of them. So God is sending stuff for you to eat, but just believe stuff that you sending out, somebody else is eating, and it might not be good food. But don't be the reason for somebody getting poisoned. You know what I'm saying? Because God keep giving you good food, but you keep on poisoning people with the attitudes and everything else. When I say you, I'm speaking to me too. I'm speaking to everybody. It's human nature. We say things, we do things, and we do it out of our feelings. We keep avoiding God out of our feelings. And then when it don't fall in place, now we mad at God. Now we deep in our feelings. Can't get in your feelings if you ain't give him a chance. He been gave you opportunities. He keep giving you opportunities. That's why he said he's a merciful God. He continue to grow, continue to build, continue to bless. But take the blessing out of everything, because everybody want to be blessed but don't want to put in that work. A blessing is a reward. You only get rewarded for the work you do. Point blank. Like I said, man, it's all pressure this year. I'm not going to sit here and try to put on that religious thing for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid to do this. I don't get paid money to do this like that. You know what I'm saying? God bless me. Yeah, I get paid spiritually. I took religious off the table a long time ago, man. It's just me and God. And the only reason I'm speaking to y'all, because just like he my father, y'all my brothers and sisters. That's how I look at it. I don't look at y'all as no opportunity, not to gain. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can gain from y'all is another brother and sister in the kingdom. That's it. And that's all I'm looking for. Because at the end of the day, we can't be selfish and say, oh, well, I want to live in my father's house and have all these great things. But then I look at my brother out there, my sister out there struggling. That ain't how that go. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, the spirit been on me and been pressuring me. I'm pressuring y'all, point blank. I'm pressuring y'all in a good way. Like I said, everything is all love. It's all great with me. All good vibes. But as I get up in the morning, man, I get these words, I'm bringing them to you. Because I don't want to be selfish by opening up my message and then I don't relate the rules and the instructions that's in them. It's still a job, man. We still got to do this. We still got to lift up each other. But like I said, man, I don't want to hold y'all too long, but definitely if you're listening to this, I appreciate it. Because you just giving me, you blessing me by allowing me to do what God tell me to do. You know what I'm saying? And as long as it works out for you, I'm good with it. But and y'all have a good day. Definitely have a blessed day. Definitely, don't throw no more messages away, because I'm telling you, God is speaking. He's speaking through a lot of people and a lot of things. Get in the passenger seat, man. Sit back and look at the scenery for a minute, because I'm telling you, let God drive. He know where he going. He know where he wants you to go. Sometimes we go the wrong way anyway. Let him drive. I'm telling you, he going to take you somewhere. It's a surprise. He going to take you somewhere that's going to blow your mind. Just keep your mind right, man. Stay focused out here. Y'all know how I do it, man. Stay blessed, stay focused. Keep your mind open. Every day, all day. 100 strong on. Y'all be easy out there.